Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo, where I think I'm gonna say, don't drag me into this, I've done my part. Why am I being dragged into this again? I've done I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lily, that has nothing to do with me. Now wait just a second, are you implying the president is more right in scolding me than yourself? Aw damn, I think I could have worded that better. No, I don't know about that, but I mean... What are you saying, Hichan? It's just that I think I fucked up. It's just that I hardly think it's fair you can say that, seeing that I've helped you guys. The mood changed. This is somehow a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before, too. But it's like Shizune's focus is on me. And so is Lily's. Though she keeps quiet, I'm afraid I'm advertently pissed her off. Are you saying I'm wrong? What a dangerous situation. It's too early to argue with you. Yes, I think it's unfair of you to get on my case. Hichan, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hichan. Heh. Damn, I feel so bad. I've made her angry. Shizune pushes up her glasses with her thumb, almost approvingly. That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone say you are. But the next time I say it, it'll really be because you're disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here. So don't let this go to your head. Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face. Class Rep, Shichan says. Don't forget that report, please. I won't. Would that be all? Yep. Then good day to you all. Her voice would cut the air off the rep into half. What? Her voice would cut the air of the classroom into half if it was more tangible. Lily rules the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managing to be as poised and calm as usual. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today. It's true, Shichan, just a little. If I had been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond. Ha, Shichan thinks you should mind your own business. Hichan, we have a few last minute things to take care of before class. We might be late, so can you please cover for us? Yeah. Perfect, yay, okay, thanks Hichan. They walk outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell rings, signaling the start of class. Hanako doesn't come for the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring. Class is pretty boring in comparison. I turned the pages of my textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving me a preview of what tomorrow's lesson will be about. The clock at the front of the room sounds absurdly loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk and blackboard seems synchronizing perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time when noticing Mish's head poking over my shoulder until she is almost on top of me. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself, but loud enough to draw hers. What are you doing here, Hichan? Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at a normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply. still keeping my voice down despite the fact that she just blew away hope of being discreet I may have had. I'm copying down the stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud? Oh, really? But it's all in the book. That's why no one else is copying it down. I know. Why are you so loud? Why are you so quiet, Hichan? It's hard to hear you. I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation. It's pretty obvious that everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing this because she told her to. It is because of what happened between her and Lily earlier. This is what I get for trying to be responsible, for trying to take the middle path. Shizune is way too prideful. Although by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this? Huh? Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher is giving both of us, while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second it looks like if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away as if it's not worth the trouble. I guess this is a good thing, and I slump back into my seat in relief. The rest of the day passes by uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate that it does. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with the crowding in the hallways. I notice Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune's signing so fast that her hands make noise like swords cutting through the air. Sorry about that. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to keep understanding her. Or what did I say? Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down, whatever they're discussing. It looks like serious business, probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry, but although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune stands to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with her tongue twisters, and then on top of that she has to sound back anything that the girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, her business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people of the school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after school, they've always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune stares sighing at me, and Misha perks up, looking at her hands slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signs into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. Well, we're in the student council. You know, we're pretty busy. Sarcasm? Huh? The tone of Shizune's action making me think that she is speaking with disdain, but Misha interrupts it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own chipper twist on things. It's still disorienting. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget, with you two trying to get me to join at least twice a day? Hey, but hey, Chan, some could say the work is too much. It'd be nice if students were to show a little more support for their leadership, some appreciation to the ones who are working so hard to make it all possible. Maybe, for example, a little help. That's asking too much, is it? Yep. Help would be appreciated from students like you. If students would show their dedication and school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it. But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, so it would be nice if someone would. Oh, hello? I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly through the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Hmm? Shizune stares at her promptly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike for Hanako by associating of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows well. What did it say? It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay from the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, Tatao. Sorry, Sato. Sato is not here. She came by in the morning, though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual steady gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is. So I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It's a little funny, though, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in the classroom working on the festival project. But who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere, just like a Chan. Wahahaha. Damn. What is it with Shizune and her need to point out stuff like this? Hanako nods quickly and retreats with a haste. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Are we really working hard to make the festival happen? And driving other people insane along the way? Well, good luck with that. I stand up and leave, making my exit before either of them manage to berate me for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in club meetings or at festival preparations or both. Shizune's word of being a slacker are in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I count helping Shizune and Micha, which I naturally don't. And clubs? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the building of the dorms, I spot a figure in the front of the dorms. It's Rin! It looks like she's working on Real today, too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an upturned box, looking intently at the wall she is painting, with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's still only halfway done, as far as I could tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread, and I have to say the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art or any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention. but not startle her so that her concentration won't break. Wait. She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. Hmm? Hmm? Huh? Okay. Okay. Still going. 15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently on the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Ren turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at, at my crotch level. Oh, it's a sow. She can tell. She can tell? I would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look at my face. An astute observation. Hard at work, I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least it starts. Looking good? It does the layers of paint hiding the layers of paint. It does the layers of paint hiding other layers of paint, mixing the shapes, the human figures, really create an impressive look. Rin looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. Sounds terrible. I guess I'll take it back then. Still looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Ren turns back to look at her painting and pokes it with a big toe. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at a half-empty bowl with the remains of some of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help her with the project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Ren. She looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Ren picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of this scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school, though, which I, of course, wouldn't put beyond someone like Ren. I pour a little bit of white and red into a bowl, trying to match the color with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It seems inconvenient to her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be exactly the same tone will be impossible, but at least I can try to get it as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't that a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not that old. I'm not old and bitter enough to think like that. I guess you aren't. You guessed right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Because of the position? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position. If you know what I'm talking about. But it can't be helped. If you know what I'm talking about, what the heck does you mean? But it can't be helped. Can't ask the wall to lay down. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs and back and forth more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. There is a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain, maybe, as she stretches out her calves. I'm tired. Well, I think this is a good place to stop, so next time we'll finish this conversation with Rin and hopefully end up with her. So see you guys later.